Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Catch in the middle, it's Tate. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creates a little room. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. The Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed. And that
he wants to go deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Now on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going for it all. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. On the run, still looking. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. He moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Tight end now in motion. To the ground with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Washington trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Washington. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Just keeps slinging it. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They think they can create space here with the run to the right.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
With the catch, it's Tate. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Washington. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Gets it out quickly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands, and you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
Making side adjustments here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the midfield. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Tate. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Toss sweep right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backing up and backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it and drive on third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And they're going to try to convert on fourth down, 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force them.
Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very aggressive. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field, because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating, because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to get the corner. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Showing the arm strength down the left side. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He slings it deep to the left. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down defense.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Huskies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Hand off to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. To throw, it's Manning. Under fire. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands.
Snags it down the right side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Another incompletion on third down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride at the 15.